Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Market Check brought to you by BB. There is no second best live YouTube stream to talk about markets. I see some of you have already pointed it out. Happy Bart Day to all of those who celebrate. It seems that if we haven't already finished it, we might be in the makings of one right now. Lots of chop in crypto. I'm going to have to make the joke again. It feels for like the 50th time in a row, but equities are green and crypto is red. Will we ever see this relationship change? We're going to talk about it on today's episode, and obviously much, much more before we send you off into your weekends. Welcome. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Louis, Tucker, and of course, Max. Hope we've had a great week, everybody. I mean, I know that we were kind of trading in like the same place as we were, I would say, last week and maybe the week before that. Is crypto carving out a bottom? Is it potentially about to nuke to new lows? You know, I think we're certainly going to talk about it on today's show. Obviously, I think altcoins paint a little bit of a different picture than Bitcoin. We'll have to kind of assess everything on an individual basis. But before we can do that, guys, I'm going to need you to smash, slam, destroy, annihilate the like button. Take out your frustrations for yet another Bart on the like button if you so must. But we always appreciate when you guys do that, of course, and you help us keep the lights on here at Because Bitcoin YouTube. But let's get into it. Bitcoin is dumping. I feel like we're kind of seeing the Thursday downside on a Friday. Maybe you guys agree with that. Maybe you don't. But I feel like we usually do see that downside occur either on a Thursday or a Friday for crypto. Could this continue? Certainly. I mean, we did on a technical level, we did just sweep the Thanksgiving highs for Bitcoin. Maybe we're going to just kind of continue this ranging environment. Maybe we're going to go trade new lows. I will say the fact that we're seeing these Barting conditions is not, I wouldn't call it the worst thing in the world. Something that we pointed out on our Discord call this morning is that we do typically see this behavior develop at bottoms where we just see like these Barts. People try to catch the breakout long, it Barts back down to range lows. But we also have to acknowledge that the downside momentum that has taken place on Bitcoin for the last few weeks has also been incredibly strong. So it's a very fine line, right, between Barting back to a specific level and potentially trending back to new lows, which is where I think we can kind of talk about these altcoins maybe a little bit, right? ETH, Solana, things like Hyperliquid, not looking quite as structurally sound as Bitcoin. And I would point to something like Solana and Hyperliquid probably in particular for this, where the lows are very weak from where they bounced. It made sense where they bounced, you know, technically speaking, at their range lows, but there is liquidity still present there. At the same time, you know, I think that we have this, we have almost like this developing consensus that we should continue to short the market. And I have noticed over time, when that becomes the case, it is usually pretty close to the end of when you want to be shorting. I don't know, lots of things to discuss, of course. Maybe we can take some signal from things like what market leaders such as Zcash and Hyperliquid do from here. But in general, you know, this regime that we've been in where crypto has been weak and equities have been strong, I do think that is a push-pull relationship that will define the market. Either equities are going to drag everything higher, or crypto is foreshadowing a larger drop for equity markets coming fairly soon. Which will it be, guys? What are we thinking? What are we seeing in the markets? Any fun weekend plans?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. Yeah, I don't even like, I don't really feel much anymore, you know? Like I just kind of, I just wake up and just like take body shots, you know, from this market. And at this point, you know, I'm so bruised and calloused and, you know, so tough that, you know, I mean, if I saw Bitcoin wick to like $4, I still don't think I'd feel anything. I think I'd just be like, oh, that's crazy, you know? Wow.
Wow.
Nothing is off the table.
That's
for me
crazy.
at this point. Yeah, I'd be like, wow, that's, you know, cheap Bitcoin, you know. You should probably short it and wait for $1, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I mean, it's Friday. A lot of altcoins look pretty bottom to me still. And I would say a lot of altcoins, kind of like hype, don't really look bottom. So it's kind of a mixed basket for me. Where again, it's like I just look at the market and I say, well, stocks are strong. Crypto had a nasty sell-off. I think it's one of those things where we'll just either catch up or, we'll stop seeing the equity strength. And crypto, like in previous cycles, has led and actually topped before equities by maybe 2 or 3 months. Yeah, nice Friday for Warriors, man. That's what actually makes you super cool and super tough is, being anonymous online and talking shit. And most people would actually probably say, no, that makes you a complete dweeb freak. But no, that actually makes you really tough. Like, I would never say that. It makes you really cool and tough, Yeah. Pull up to the next Bitcoin conference and come see the BB team in person if you'd like.
That's real.
Dude, that's real. We got one of the biggest teams in crypto without question. Like, come say that to Big Country Tuck to his face. Come say that to Wabi to his face. Like, oh my god, Tommy, like, you got some big boys.
I will say, Max, I think I'm not even joking when I say this. People always think I'm joking when I say this. I think I might have lost an inch of height from when I got hurt. Like, being completely serious. But
I cannot
afford that. Yeah, I still got the same width, but
dude, you know what? Maybe you like compressed your spine without even knowing it. Like somehow it just like
you went down and out.
Yeah. Maybe I need to decompress my spine and I'll gain an inch or two.
Louis, I think we should just like hang you by your ankles upside down for like a few weeks.
Oh God. Yeah.
Even our dev, man. Even our dev is a monster.
The BB football team.
Yeah, we got a pretty massive team.
We actually do have a massive team. Like I remember when I first met everybody in person. I'm like a very like normal size guy. And just like everybody was just like a monster. One guy in after the next, just bigger than the last,
Yeah. And then we went to the gym and we saw Wabi in the gym. And that was a sight.
Yeah.
That was a spectacle.
You got something to say, I guess. Come pull up at the next crypto conference. That's all I have to say.
Dude, when is the next crypto conference?
I don't know. Quite frankly, I actually have no interest in going to one for quite some time. I feel like it would be just some horrible energy across the board. But yeah, I don't know.
Man, that's not true. I have great ball skills for the record, so I'm mossing you.
Yeah. We've got some athletes on the team, man. We've got some athletes.
If there's one thing that I can do, it's catch the football.
If there's one thing that people know me for, there's one thing that I'm good at. Above everything else, it's not being a husband, it's not being a crypto trader, it's not nothing. It's people know they see me, it's catching the football. I picture you, Tommy, is like that guy that goes back to his old high school and like, watch the high school games, wears the Letterman jacket, and he's just like, man, like, oh man, remember when I was out there, man? Like, can't hang it up,
I knew they'd get clever with the responses.
Yeah. The way you said it was kind of a tee up, honestly. It was a little bit of a soft toss.
I don't know about this one, man. I think I need more of a head start. I need more.
No, I got my money on you, Tuck. I don't think Wabi can get up quick enough.
Here's what I would say.
I don't know if he could get up quick, but
by the time he's getting up, I think your shoulders were hitting him right in the sternum.
I don't think I could.
So I think that Tucker. I think you're faster, Tucker, for sure. Like I think you're faster, but Wabi's got some weight on you for sure, and some strength.
I know. Like it's like I don't know. I don't think he could like push me back and knock me down, but I also because I don't think he'd be moving at all. I think he'd be like standing still. but I don't know if I could move him backwards because he's so stout.
Yeah, I think that would be the issue. Is like you could really lower your shoulder into him, but I don't know if it would move him. It's
I
like
don't
running
know.
into a wall.
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
100 Louis versus one Wallaby.
But see, I actually think Louis might be the most dangerous one in the Oklahoma drill because, I mean, it's going to basically be like a missile taking out your knees and hips. You know, like if he's got the leverage on you.
Bring your knee pads that day.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna go straight to the hospital after for like either a broken femur or complete knee reconstructive surgery, like ACL, MCL. Like you're done. If Louis gets you.
I don't think I can afford another Oklahoma drill. I did too many as a kid. I'm limited on the brain cells.
I would do one tomorrow.
You know, what's so funny is like in youth football, I remember it was like 3rd and 4th grade. They had us doing that drill. Just like you don't know how to hit. You're leading with your head when you're that age. You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Just the amount of kids, just like helmet to helmet. I can still hear it like that, you know, like little kids. And I'm like, that's what happened to all of us. Like no one knew.
Now we trade crypto.
There are effects to that. Yeah. Bro, you know who else has slept on is Will is also a big guy.
Will's really big. Everybody, bro. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's funny. Jackus is big too. You'll probably never see Jackus, but yeah, he's the Czech Giga Chad is what he is.
Tom Brady.
He's probably like 6'2", 210 if I had to guess.
Yeah.
He's the Czech Giga Chad.
Because Chads.
And he's a good soccer player, so he could just kick the crap out of you, you know.
All right.
Well, should we talk about U.S. small caps, or we can just keep talking about Oklahoma drills, I guess? Does anybody have like a thorough, like, you know, NFL breakdown? Like we could basically just talk about like how bad the Vikings are for 90 minutes, you know?
I'm starting the Vikings defense this week, Max. So,
dude, I'm
Well,
starting.
just don't start our offense, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nobody on our offense, but
I'm starting whoever's playing against the Vikings offense.
what do you guys think of JJ McCarthy? Does he have any chance, or is he a bust already?
You mean 9? He goes by 9 when he locks it. I don't know. I think he needs another year or so.
He's young. He's young, but
yeah. I wouldn't have drafted him where they drafted him personally, but
yeah,
I felt like they reached for him.
He's making Justin Jefferson look terrible. So
I feel bad for Justin Jefferson.
Make you look good, you probably suck.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Justin Jefferson, man. Like I wonder like how long he's gonna stay committed, you know, if we just can't get momentum, you know.
Yeah, you guys need a running back too, honestly.
We need a lot. We need a lot. But here's the good news is I can start going to some games for really cheap towards the end of the season because we're gonna be totally out of it. So good news for me, you know.
It's gonna be cold at those games, bro.
No. Have you seen US Bank Stadium, man?
Is it indoors?
It's indoors now.
Oh, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. No, we're like it's a very nice new stadium. Like I think what is it, maybe 5, probably a little, probably like 7 years old. It's very nice.
Yeah, ours is all outdoor, and there's no, and it's just like a shallow bowl, so the wind just destroys you. But
yeah.
I'm a Browns fan. I think it can get worse. Yeah, that's tough.
I think Louis had it tough for years.
Louis had it tough 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
Louis, the
Jets fan.
Yeah, bro.
That's tough.
Talking about the Jets?
No. We weren't talking about the Jets, Louis. No. Talking about the Russell. Of course. You're saying the Russell is going to turn the Jets on. Don't worry, Louis.
I'm a Jets fan and a crypto investor. Like
your life is just pain.
I just love pain and misery.
So it's like you get shit on during the week for crypto, and then it rolls over into football over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and just pain.
Yep.
Wow, Louis.
Oh,
Somebody's
no.
calling you out.
Hey, I don't I can't argue with that. Yeah, we canceled our season tickets this year. We're not going back next year.
Oh, no.
I don't think I'm going back until the ownership changes. Like, I just can't. It's just
Max, you
horrific.
can't fight already. You can tell. Max will get whooped by BitBoy. I'm pretty sure I would get whooped by BitBoy. I'll be honest. I think honestly, a lot of people would. I think there's a certain energy there that you just don't want to like.
I don't know. He doesn't have that. Have you seen? He like does streams.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
See, the smart thing to do is to not put yourself in a position with a guy like that, because
Yeah.
I don't want any problem with that. I don't want that around me. I don't want to.
I wouldn't want to fight BitBoy. I would.
No, I'm pretty sure he's the kind of guy you'd like punch, and then he would just like his pupils would like dilate, and like
Yeah.
there's something going on there. I don't want the BitBoy smoke, man.
Yeah.
People with something to lose don't go around fighting people too. That's something you do when you're just down super bad and have nothing to lose. Like you don't want to do that, man.
No.
I use my brain too much during the day. It's like, what do I need to be like moderately concussed for? Like fighting crypto guys. That's what I don't understand about the crypto fight night thing. I'm like, what? Why are you signing up to get like punched? Do you have to? Or are you getting?
I would love to do it. I just can't afford to hit more hits to the head anymore.
Yeah.
I had a
It'd be
few
fun,
bad
but-
concussions back in the day, like
Yeah.
hockey when I was like middle school to high school. There were a couple where it was like before concussions were like really kind of known. There was no protocol or anything like that. I took a couple, like one I remember specifically. We were playing a school called Blake, and I was center playing hockey, like 9th grade JV for my high school. And I'm like, I catch a breakout pass and just catch like literally a wing, like to the head, and just basically got like clotheslined. And I don't remember like 30 seconds after that. I just was like, found myself like on the bench.
Yeah.
And then I remember for like 2 or 3 weeks after, I like could not like sit in a classroom because the lights just driving me crazy. Like my head hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I played both sides of the line. Like I played O line and D line, and like I was pretty much concussed the entire football season. Waves of concussion. But dude, what about Rasmer versus Tommy?
Tommy would kill him, bro.
Who's Raspberry?
Dude, Tommy's got a certain dog in him. There's
versus
Come on now.
I got my money on Louis, man.
Yeah.
The Italian meat stick,
Come on now.
Oh man.
You talking to me? Eh? You talking to me? Say that about Bitcoin dominance one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Tommy versus Justin's son.
I mean, I'd smoke Justin's son, but
I don't think you guys
wouldn't
realize how
want
big
to,
Tommy is. Like,
His head is very deceiving.
Yeah, he
Tommy's
looks
way bigger than he looks online. Like, yeah, Tommy, like, he's a big boy. Like, I don't think Justin's son's that big, man.
I think we could send Wabi into one of those crypto fight nights for the.
I think he'd do it. 100%.
For sure.
I think he'd do it.
For sure.
But here's the thing: I don't think he's gonna box. I think he would end up just like taking someone to the ground. Even if it was a boxing match.
grappling.
And then
Yeah.
just like gorilla ground and pound or what?
Yeah.
They'd be like, Wabi, you can't wrestle. This is a boxing match, and you'd be like, I'm not wrestling. I decided to fall on him and crush him. Just
Built like a hopper. What does that even mean?
That means small legs and giant upper body, I think.
Oh no. No, I got big legs.
Oh, Hooper. Oh, you meant Hooper.
How's your one leg that was injured, Tommy? Is it like back to normal girth, or is it still thin?
That word will never fail to make me laugh, man. No. No, I mean, it's like it's not going to come back to normal for a few years, but it's strong-ish, relative to where it was.
Okay, that's good. I remember the picture that you sent us, like right after.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it looked like
Little
you had
baby
never
carrot.
used it before. It was like a toothpick.
If you've ever had like a leg injury that you couldn't walk on for multiple months, I'm sure there are some people in the comments that have had something like that. You know what it feels like, what it looks like afterward, because muscle atrophy starts after like a week. So, I mean, it just declines so fast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Will would beat Ansem, dude. Will's big, man. I think he's pretty tough too.
Well, dude, after that showing of Ansem and versus BitBoy, that was bad. That was.
I'm pretty sure I would take Will over most people, honestly.
Yeah.
Will's got that dog in him.
He does.
I'm pretty sure Will's like 250 pounds, man.
He is.
I'm pretty sure.
He had to
Yeah, he
get
looked
down.
like the picture he sent us. I was like, "Who is that?" It's freaking Will, just beefed
Tucker,
up.
dude, this would be a disaster for me. Okay. Like,
No, we already did that, low key.
Dude, we did that in Florida. Remember that? It was me,
basketball?
Tucker, Tommy, and Ed, and I've never played basketball in my life. Like I've played like hockey, football, baseball, golf. Never played bat. Like I cannot play basketball.
Yeah.
Tommy's really good. Tucker's an athlete, but you're not like a basketball player.
No.
Ed is in my boat. Like did not play basketball, and it was just basically
It was just Tommy. Yeah.
just the Tommy show, and then me just trying to foul because I don't know how to play.
And then we had just played pickleball, and we were gassed. I was gassed. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it was. One of us was about to puke.
It
I'm
was.
not gonna say who it was, but one of us was buckled over. Like,
It was concerning.
I was like, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
Tommy's a good basketball player.
I can't dunk though. I can't dunk. That's not.
I feel like you're tall enough. I feel like you should be able to dunk.
I
Tommy.
can't jump. I can't jump.
White men can't jump.
I'm gonna say it again. My ball skills come from my arms, my arm length.
Whoa!
Not
What
my
he said,
jumping.
whoa.
Not my jumping.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Hey, if we play lacrosse, I could take you all. That would be good.
I played lacrosse.
Oh, shit.
Tucker was a D1 lacrosse player, though, bro.
Really?
True. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dude, Tucker's he's
You
an
deep ball?
athlete, bro.
Deep
Football
ball,
too. That's how a white man runs the football.
I played a little. I played a little deep ball.
That Cam scat about edited. Oh my god.
I love
Lean
Friday
ab
streams.
muscles.
Friday streams are the best streams, bro.
It's like, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Bitcoin barding for the third time in 10 days, or should we just talk about like how we were all good athletes 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Like,
Amen.
Ooh.
We should talk about how equities might melt up. That'd be fun.
He was a D1 bowler. Max, I feel like you're a bowler to some degree.
no, I'm definitely not a bowler. I mean, like I've gone bowling. I would say
But-
I can like without any technique, bowl 100, but like I'm not a bowler,
I don't know why I thought you were good at bowling for some reason.
And I don't blame you for saying that. I actually think that kind of seems like a random thing I would be good at, but I'm not a bowler.
I think maybe it goes with golf to some degree. You know what I mean? Or just like that kind of. Maybe not, but.
No, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a certain finesse to it. There's some spin crossover. You got to spin the bowling ball like you do, chips or something. So someone said Tucker looks like he can rep 225 bench and squat. Tucker, how many times can you rep 225 on bench, roughly? Combine burnout, 225.
Like in between 15 and 20, probably.
Wow.
That's
So,
my CFO right there. Can your CFO bench 225 15 to 20 times?
I know Wabi can do it like 30, I'm pretty sure, which is insane.
I almost feel like he could probably do more, bro, because
I know.
I've seen him like shoulder press, like or military press it, like it's nothing.
He does like the giant log press where he gets a log and like puts it on his chest and then just throws it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inverse bra versus Tommy. That's a good one. Well, I'm doing everything I can to avoid talking about crypto today, if you guys can't tell.
Yeah.
But we'll just kind of roll with it, see what happens.
I'm feeling optimistic today, Max.
You think that Coinbase fat finger was the bottom?
I don't know about that, but crypto, I'm less confident on what crypto is going to do lower time frame, but man, equities look like they want to melt up, like straight up melt up.
They got pretty rejected hard today. I mean, it's still early in the day, but we'll see.
I just don't know how confident I am that anything crazy will happen before the end of the year. Like, we've got holidays coming up. People are starting to travel. I'm not saying it can't happen, but
I think it needs to happen in the next week or two, like Tommy's been saying.
It's still gonna, dude, it's still gonna bottom at 120 for like the 10th time.
No, those lows are getting swept.
Look at this.
Every
how
time I
long
think it's
we've
gonna
been in this
sweep all the
range.
lows, it bounces, man. Sol is so annoying.
Dude, we've been in this range for 2 years.
Yeah,
Longer than I've worked here.
literally.
We mark out on every chart when Louis first started at BB.
It was May. Right? It was May or April.
March, April, May. Like I think it was April of 2024.
Yeah. So Louis, all of this is your fault, is what I'm hearing.
So here's when Louis started on Sol. Okay.
Even worse on E.
No, way back. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, right in here.
Wow, way to go, Louis.
Been a fun ride.
Nice job.
Lovely.
Louis experienced nothing but pain since he joined. He missed all the fun parts.
Hey, I used to do it by myself. At least I did it with you guys.
That's true. At least, yeah.
There
Bitcoin's done well.
Bitcoin's, you're up on
that was when I was selling my Bitcoin.
I kind of view like being in crypto for the past 2 years, like being in a fraternity where like you just get hazed and like you suffer with your pledge class, and then like you all have like this tight bond because of like the mutual suffering you went through, you know,
shared trauma.
Like, we all went through October 10th together, man. That was crazy, you know, and like we have that bond that, you know, can never be taken away.
It's a good metaphor. It's a good metaphor, actually. Let's see.
Wisdom Tree first to market Ethereum staking using Lido's staked ETH.
Wait, what? So didn't they already have a staking ETF? Oh, but is this liquid staking?
Yeah. So that's pretty bullish.
Do you guys remember at the bottom in 2022 how everybody said liquid staking would be the next big thing for Ethereum? And nobody really thought about how boring that was. And I still think it is incredibly boring. But now I feel like now that nobody's talking about it being a relevant, utility for ETH, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
Well, like institutions are really starting to ramp up the crypto onboarding. Like we saw Vanguard onboard and allow their clients to start finally being able to buy crypto ETFs. I don't know if it's just Bitcoin ETF. I don't know if it's all the basket of crypto ETFs, but I know specifically Bitcoin for sure, because they never allowed, even from the ETFs being out, over a year now, they never really green lighted it until this week. And then you also have Bank of America, Merrill Lynch going live in January for the ETF. So there's been a lot of money that hasn't really had access to it still up until, this week, Vanguard, and then next month you get Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. So, I'm assuming that would mean money flowing into these things, but at the right time. So I
We
do like
really are set up. Like the timing is perfect where if stocks start melting higher and like IWM goes into price discovery and all these institutional grade vehicles are finally set where trillions of dollars now has access to crypto in a way they haven't before. In theory, we are set up beautifully, but the big question is like, can we actually get this done, or is it just going to be more pain? You know, I don't know.
I still
It's like-
think it's one more drop. Equities finally drop. One more drop in Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin and crypto finds a bottom first, and then middle of first quarter of next year, we start to rally hard back to the upside. I don't see a big rally from here for equities. I think it's it's possible, right? They can keep it going, but I think a drop first would give it a lot more velocity if they are going to do it.
I think people are going to start talking about this stock soon.
Apple?
Yes.
I'm short.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
I mean, I don't have like anything immediately actionable for Apple, in the sense that like, yeah, your shorts are cooked because I don't know. But what I will say is that I think this is a Mag 7 stock that people are not talking about anymore, that they will be talking about within a year. In the same way that everybody's talking about Google now, where it's a consensus trade, I think Apple is maybe a bit of a forgotten asset at this point that has very quietly, I've said this multiple times on this show, been innovating in a pretty big way.
Yeah, it made a fresh all-time high Wednesday because I think they switched out their like head of AI, and they got a pump, made an all-time high. I mean, if you look at it on the weekly right now, it's looking a little. That could have been
why? How is Apple innovating? Who said that? Was that Tommy or Louis?
It was me.
How's Apple innovating?
Their hardware has taken really big steps forward, and also their satellite technology. So look for them to be competing with Starlink here pretty soon.
By their hardware, do you just mean adding of cameras on the phone?
No,
one more camera.
I mean more for like
Throw the camera.
I know the sentiment around Apple right now is that they don't innovate anymore. Like that has been something that we've discussed on this show, is how they're like a growth company that doesn't have growth returns anymore. And I think that's going to change. Google was viewed very similarly until like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I kind of think so too, because they have the catalyst of they really haven't gotten that deep into AI like at all yet.
Well, I think they tried and they just couldn't. They
What did
couldn't.
they do?
What's that?
What did they try?
So, their last iPhone, not the 17, I'm pretty sure the 16, their big thing was like Apple Intelligence, right? And they had like the iPhone 16 was supposed to be like built out for their AI, and then they just like never dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they partnered with ChatGPT, so now all the phones have like a ChatGPT plugin, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were struggling to make their own AI.
Yeah, I think
Doesn't
that's
mean they
why.
won't figure it out. I mean, that's kind of Apple's thing, is to like let somebody else do it and then drop a better version eventually.
Yeah.
So maybe,
I mean, I'm just imagining like an AI that Apple actually built that's just a lot better than ChatGPT, and it would blow up.
all that I want from Apple, this is it. All I want is a phone that can flip open and be like a mini iPad. That's literally all I want. I've wanted that for like 5 years.
That Huawei phone.
Yes. Yeah, dude, like the trifold, whatever.
Yeah.
Huawei phone, so sick.
Yeah.
And Apple's just like, every time they drop a new phone, it's like the same thing. And then they're like, we've changed the game again. And it's like, you didn't do shit.
New
You did
emoji.
nothing.
Here at Washington Redskins, you guys have seen that episode, right, of South Park? Where they're like, we're doing absolutely nothing, and you're paying us for it.
That's kind of it. I mean, I think the majority of Apple's success could be attributable to like you can't leave. Once you're in, like, you're stuck, you know? I'm completely stuck. They got me, you know?
Yeah.
Just give me a reason to go out and buy the new phone. They haven't.
Yeah. I mean,
I
this is
think
how-
Apple looks a lot like Google at like 210. Ow.
Butters.
Let's see.
He's just playing, but he's aggressive.
Wow, Google is melting.
I know.
Imagine if we could just get
Like
any
around-
like shitcoin activity that looks like this. Like, please, you know.
Damn. This may be the next one to look to short. I mean, that's a straight up in a line. That's like, like what the hell, man? That's ridiculous.
Can we look at Costco? I know this is totally off
Yeah, we
topic,
should.
but like we feel
You're
like
gonna make me look at Costco.
once a month we look at Costco and Tommy fuds it. So I just want to see what Costco looks like.
You mean that distribution? Ooh.
Oh,
Tommy,
is
I'd love your thoughts on Costco.
I still think it's in distribution. It's gonna take a minute to play out.
yeah. This probably spikes again.
I think we're probably headed towards like a very large divergence between the Dow and tech.
You think tech just flies and the Dow lags?
I do. At least I'm starting to feel that way, right? Like the Mag 7. I know a lot of people have been talking about the IWM breaking out, but the fact that we're kind of like reconcentrating into the Mag 7 to me is the most bullish thing that can happen. Because I know the bearish argument, it's like, oh, so much of this capital is leaving the Mag 7 and going into small caps, which is typically right distribution, all Bitcoin capital into altcoins. You're close to the end of a rally. But I think if you're reconsolidating back into the alphas, yes, there's concentration risk, but I think that is going to be like what leads aggressive upside at the index level is going to be what the Mag 7 does. So
Can we chart DJI against QQQ? See what that looks like. Cooked.
Yeah.
breaking down,
Cooked.
just breaking down below the tech bubble level for the record.
That thing is fried, man. Just to be fair, though, everything is fried against the NASDAQ. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's just industrials, but
Do the IWM QQQ.
I was looking at that one this morning, actually.
I'll use the
Equally
rules.
as cooked.
Equally, does it look ready at all or no?
No, not even close.
Oh, a little double bottom right there.
Zoom in a lot there. Luke. Put on the day.
Double bottom.
I felt like it was trying to bottom. At some point it will.
Oh,
This has actually in recent years been a really good like cycle top call is when this pair rips for like a quarter or two. That's usually like the end of the quote unquote cycle. Like this is your froth indicator.
yeah. Maybe.
The white whale memes are so funny, man. I don't know if you guys have been following that this week.
A little bit.
That has made me laugh all week.
I haven't seen it.
It's like this this boomer trader, Max. He's not a boomer, but he's like a boomer.
No, I know who he is. He was the Mexi hostage, right?
Yeah. Well, he ran up like an mid 8-fig P&L on Hyperliquid publicly. And every one of his tweets has like an AI image of a white whale, like basically as if he's a star commander. I don't even know how else to describe it. And so everybody's just been like memeing it and putting the most ridiculous captions on on the same pictures that he posts. It's just so good.
I heard Luna's pumping.
Oh no.
It's just
And I heard that's a
Sounds like a
bad
good-
sign.
Wait, Tommy, did you ever buy Luna? I feel like you were talking about buying some Luna.
I never did. I
I thought
probably
you were talking
won't.
about FTT.
I
Oh,
do
maybe it
hold
was
some
FTT.
FTT.
You do?
I do. Not a big bag, but I hold some.
Well, it's pumping a little bit today there. Maybe not.
Someone says, please compare Bitcoin August 2019 through 2020 with now after QT.
I like that comparison. Let's look at it. Because it could mean that we have more room to go on Bitcoin, right? It could mean like what we've seen thus far is like the 2019 rally.
Last cycle was so fun, bro. It was so much fun.
But I remember this. This was even fun, but a lot of people got trapped. I mean, I don't know if you can compare the charts. They don't look the same, but I don't know when we ended QT. I'd have to assume around COVID, right? I don't know. But we had a little mini bull run. Flattened out. Everything got crushed again. And then we went on a monster run. And I mean, alts did a little bit here, not much. By the time alts got to like this area, they were probably lower than where they were here. So I'd say the altcoin performance is similar to what we saw, like Bitcoin pumped, some altcoins moved, but by the time we got here, like altcoins were lower than where they were here. And then Bitcoin finally got going and then altcoins finally rallied. I don't say I would see, comparisons in the charts, unless you guys are seeing something that I don't. But as far as QT ending, Bitcoin kind of having a little bit of a solo run, because this was a bit of a rally here, like off the low, it did 300% move. So I like the comparison for how altcoins traded in this time period.
Yeah.
QT ended, money printer turned on, bang, and then altcoins finally went.
Tommy, I got one for you.
Tommy already knows this one for memory.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't think they're that similar. Yes, I have put it on my chart in the past few months. If it's not in my object tree still, it's because I don't think it's that similar.
Could you imagine if the Russell gets cucked again here?
I don't even want to entertain that. It
Double
can't.
top.
It's going to be the Mag
just-
7, Louis.
Double top.
Can we look at the Mag 7 index? Is there
Yeah, what is
there a thing for that?
I don't know. I think so.
I made a synthetic one, but I don't think.
I was literally about to say I'm sure Max is made of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
I
little
did make
thing.
a,
Man, you want to know the most wicked fractal ever? Compare the S&P to Bitcoin's 2017, 2018 cycle. We talked about this like 2024. I talked about this in mid 2024, man. It's actually kind of wild how it's playing out. But I think we should talk about it because it's beginning to get to a point where, especially because of how bad sentiment is for Bitcoin and crypto, like the idea is that we literally cannot turn around. It has to be a bear market for Bitcoin and crypto. And I think the push-pull relationship between equities and Bitcoin, or equities and crypto rather, if equities melt up, crypto might take a different path to get there, but it will make new highs. That's just a reality. If equities dump here, then I think you have much more like validity to the idea that crypto is officially in a bear market. But what I will say is that this is the most amount of people I've seen call for a bear market since like the bear market lows.
Yeah.
Usually that doesn't happen until you're at like the bottom. But I don't know if that's the thing, though. I don't know if crypto's bottom, but I think I can say with a pretty high degree of certainty, like if equities are breaking higher from this consolidation, they're probably going to melt up. And I do believe that.
Wait, this kind of looks like Google. Okay. Goog.
Google now or Google?
None before. We're just looking at it.
Must be place for Bitcoin to bottom. I agree. Doesn't make any sense.
Where was it? Like here. Kind of. Let me remove the drawings from here. Like, are we like here? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not good at this. You guys know. You guys are better at this than me. I need to get a monitor. I'm working off of like a 14-inch MacBook laptop screen right now. It's just
when you want to do it like this, I would go side by side rather than above.
Side by side. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Tommy. So you think we're in early 2020? Wait, who made this comparison?
I didn't make a comparison.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, pre-20. That was 2021, huh? Yeah. Maybe.
So I just wanted to point this out to you, Tommy, because you were live on the morning Discord call when you pointed this out. The Coinbase wick has been completely filled now.
Yeah. Saw that.
As of this morning. So I wonder if that might be a decent opportunity, actually. If that was just kind of a fat finger.
I don't know if it's the bottom for crypto, but I don't think they're going to let Taiki get away with a third ETH short, man. I really don't. Something about that just screams like it might be getting a little too easy to short this market.
That's kind of how I feel about things.
But I do, like, it's not that I don't think a healthy level of skepticism for crypto is not warranted, because it definitely is.
Yeah, I would say, we're backfilling this reverse BART, backfill, BART, backfill right now. Bulls need a higher low. You need like this. And then you got some sort of decent looking bottoming structure here. You could flip 93K. I think you have room to run to like 100K, right? But if you don't make a higher low in this area, you start to roll here. I'd say the lows and possibly even fresh lows are on the table. So bulls need a higher low here, a third higher low. If you can't get it, return to the lows. If not, fresh lows are on the table. Pretty much how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to concoct the most bullish hopium. Very not in my wheelhouse, but I want to show you guys something.
And I will say, if equities are going to roll here, Bitcoin and crypto are not done. I mean, this is a pretty savage rejection here today thus far. What's the VIX looking like? Has it recovered? No. But this is pretty interesting. We still got some day left. We got 4 hours left. See how this closes the day. But this is a little topping indicator here. At least locally.
Let's look at VIX futures, Louis. I do think we should talk about that.
Yeah, what is that again? IVIX? What is it?
VX.
VX. Yeah, wasn't even close. Okay. Here we go.
Now, I often refer to this as the visualization of liquidity coming into the market. And this is quite the weekly candle that we're putting in now.
Looks horrible.
Yeah, it's not. Oh shit.
This tells me that for the first time since like July of 2024, we're breaking out above previously constraining levels of liquidity.
I saw the line. Do I need to put this on log? Is that where you have it? No.
I don't remember. I drew like a diagonal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are at levels here that we saw the last kind of big juice from. But if you lose this, then yeah. Oh, even here too. Let's look at this. Let's bring this back. So it kind of likes to move from this level here, here. But like what's going to push it? Who knows, right? Like what's going on with the Japan carry trade? Is that like not a thing anymore?
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's
I haven't been hearing a lot about it.
You haven't been studying the Japanese long end, Louis?
You didn't predict the Japanese carry trade online?
Yeah. What?
I mean, I wouldn't listen to Tucker, man, because he didn't know that Japan was going to liquidate itself the first time. So
yeah,
skill issue when it comes to Japan, man.
Clearly. Pull up USDJPY, Louis. Yeah, so it actually gets bad for risk assets when this thing nukes. Like the setup is when it's going up, but when it nukes like it did at the highest top right there to the left, like
I'm sorry. Let me just get rid of all this.
yeah, like it's when it falls off a cliff that it's not good. Like yeah, see where it bottomed, and that was the bottom for risk. And then April or August 5th, 2024. Go left.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, you are, Tommy.
Yeah, so this was the top this was like right before the tariff scare nuke.
Yeah, and even the one before that.
Yeah,
August
this
5th
was
was nuked.
yeah.
August 5th was like within there.
Yeah. I think we started like this was because we nuked July 4th. That was this. And then it just kept nuking through the August nuke. We nuked twice during this time period. At least Bitcoin did.
Yeah, so it's concerning that this thing is now like just where you have things, right? Like you have the VIX down, you have equities kind of struggling at all-time highs. You have this elevated, right? Like, and you have Bitcoin already down like 40K off the highs or whatever. Like, you know, that's
So what are you saying?
I mean, that's somewhat of a bearish setup potentially, right? Unless they just smash the VIX to zero, right? And then if they can slow bleed USDJPY, that would be better. Then it's only if it like nukes like it did on August 5th that is bad. But
yeah, I'm still torn. Like, am I torn? I'm like, Bitcoin has been historically front running the equity sell-offs, right? So do we think that Bitcoin just put in a 40% sell-off and equities aren't going to flinch? I mean, maybe, right? Maybe, but
You know what's going to happen? Specifically addressing this comment, VIX is going to rise with price. With price.
What's his name? The crumbs guy. The crumbs guy.
Oh, Chem?
Yeah, it's Chem. That's a Chem thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he was talking today about how we are in the topping process, but does that come before or after a melt up? At least that was my understanding. I mean, I think there is increasing evidence that we're going to melt up, but I think the backdrop behind how that occurs is going to be really interesting to watch, right? Like if we do start ripping, is it because of we're just rapidly devaluing currency?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I want to show you guys something. I'm gonna pull a Tommy.
Tommy,
Wow.
what a gift!
Yeah, that is a
That's
treat on
bless us.
Friday. Yeah, that's nice.
My fingers were getting tired. That's what she said.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put this out there as one of the cases for the melt up. It has been something that I've been discussing kind of on and off for the last like year and a half at this point. And this, I'll be honest, like this was my bias when we began to dump in Q1. I kind of shook myself out of it a little bit, but I mean, that makes sense. It's a pretty outlandish idea. No, I think if you're going to see something like this occur, you're actually going to see the VIX rise. You're going to see the VIX rise a lot, but it is going to be with price. Damn, I'm out of coffee. I guess, but like fractals, I mean, how do you think I called Bitcoin pulling back 35%? If not for the Delulu lines, man. It's delusional until it plays out, and then it's consensus, right?
It pays
I mean,
to be a
that's what I would say.
fractal chud, man. It does.
Fractal. I'm a fractal chud, but I don't really see any material weakness in equity markets. Like the VIX should have pulled, or the VIX should have already ripped, quite frankly, and it hasn't. Prometheus saw me talking about this and immediately pulled up.
Prometheus, what's up, brother?
What tomfoolery are we talking about today?
We're just putting an idea out there is what we're doing.
Did you see the person that put a block of or block trade for 200 strike VIX skulls?
For what date?
Mid-Jan. I think I sent it to
I might
you.
know who did that. I might know who did that, but no, I mean, I can't say that I think it's the worst trade, but I don't know. The VIX does not look bullish here at all.
Excuse me, it's mid-March. Mid-March.
I can see that. I mean, right? Look what happened here with Bitcoin. You had a huge rise and a big crash before the last leg up.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
the VIX locally looks horrible.
It does. Like awful.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. But I mean, so you have like your local trend and then you have like your higher time frame trend. We broke the local trend, no doubt. The higher time frame trend is still intact, but I mean, it means we probably come down into like 14. About that.
Imagine stocks do that melt up, Tommy, and crypto's just still fried.
Probably.
I think your bull case for the VIX is that this structure here is effectively just replicating this one. But I think that they are contextually different. So I'd be somewhat skeptical of that. Right? Like, just throw it on. Like that's, I think your bear case is that we're effectively just replicating what we did in 2020, waiting for the right reason for the VIX to spike. But I think the VIX looks much less constructive for a move like that now. And this, man, I mean, I really don't think you can discount the VIX futures breaking down, because it matters. It matters not just for the VIX, but for VIX structured products like the UVIX, the UVIXY, these things that these funds who might be long only, for example, are buying instead of options to hedge their downside risk.
Equities look great. Crypto looks horrible. What's new?
Nothing.
What's new?
Nothing.
VIX is in a bull market. What don't you understand?
Oh man.
Man, I'm not even gonna make it like too deep of a comment, but I have been like one of the biggest proponents of each VIX spike up to this point, man. And I'm telling you right now, this is a huge difference. This divergence that we're seeing from the VIX futures versus the VIX is very important, because it's easy to look at the VIX and not grasp like the difference that's occurring with underlying market liquidity, which is what this highlights. Short vol is long liquidity, because the things that contribute to shorting volatility are inherently correlated to the things that more liquidity coming into the market will bring, right? More dip buying, more ability to sell, to just outright sell volatility. But you can sell volatility in more ways than just selling options, right? Like I said, it also involves doing things just as simple as buying the dip. We talked about the Mag 7. You're seeing a renewed bid on Mag 7 stocks as VIX futures are breaking down, man. I mean, this is an 18-month compression that we're breaking down from potentially. So unless you get some sort of reclaim here, liquidity is entering the market. You can't even really argue that it's not. The question is there a headline event that causes that to not matter?
And where does the liquidity go to? I think that's something we talked about too, or that I mentioned, is liquidity seems to be entering the market, but where is that liquidity going is the more important, answer to the question. That way, we can specify asset selection. And it does not seem like it's going into crypto, boys. GG is what it is. It is what it is. And if you look at, Tommy, the VVIX,
I'm not pulling up the VVIX because I know I just have like a disgusting fractal on it left over. I can't pull up the VVIX, man. I'm actually afraid to see what's going to come up when I pull it up.
The VVIX is breaking down in a big way, especially last week.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
This is a huge development. I'm glad you pointed this out, Prometheus, because this was a tell back in April as well. I remember
I always look like crap right before it rips, though. To be fair,
I don't think so, because in at least like the yen carry trade, you had a series of higher lows.
Right.
The VIX had the higher lows.
Yeah, what you got to pay attention to is the divergence between the VIX and the VVIX. That's kind of how you use it as signal. Anybody who strictly uses the VVIX and the VVIX
there's no way that's a thing, bro.
Are complete freaks. It's the 10th derivative of volatility.
These progressive uptrends after bottoming. This is breaking down. This kind of reminds me of what we saw here, actually, a little bit.
Yeah.
And
that ripped.
So I think, in many ways, like you're right, the VIX is in a bull market. Trump admin, it makes sense. Volatility is only going to climb. And for the record, I think even if price goes up, VIX is going to be trading at a consistently high level next year. I feel very strongly about that.
100%.
But these VIX blowouts that typically correlate to downside do kind of require a pretty specific set of conditions. And as much as I want to say like, yes, the headline event is just going to U-turn us straight to the highs. We do often see before these blow-ups, constructive market structure, I think.
What are
Yeah,
the odds on the Fed cutting rates?
100%.
100%?
It's damn near.
I think
It's-
last episode was like 80, but
Yeah,
85
I mean,
or something.
they have to cut rates at this point. Did you see? Was it Hassett? Is his name Hassett? Hassett?
I'm just gonna assume it's Hassett.
Hassett. If you guys saw what he tweeted out, he's like, yes, we need to be, cautiously cutting for the foreseeable future. It's pretty priced in at this point that the Fed's going to be cutting and has to be cutting.
I saw something last night where actually there's no really like it's not like they're not pricing in any rate cuts next year yet. Like they're all below 50%.
Well, government reopened here.
January, 65% chance for January. No, I mean they're definitely going to. They're pricing in two rate cuts next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Which is better than nothing, but it's not much.
Well, I mean they have to be slow. Like they can't. If they start just egregiously chopping and cutting rates, it's
well, something has to
not
break,
good.
and then they have but if nothing, they just do it just to do it. It's not good.
Well, the issue is you get like a Volcker scenario where you get a massive resurgence if you start cutting too soon, which is like obviously what Powell has said he's wanting to avoid. Because of inflation, like inflation would ramp back up in such a meaningful way. But I mean, if you see like
economic data come in pretty strong,
it's always like hit and miss. You get like some that'll be good, some that'll be bad. I mean, that's usually how it is. I think ADP came in soft, and then something else came in good.
Yeah, it's like a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Next week should be interesting.
I think Bitcoin looks atrocious here, by the way.
Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't look great.
Bitcoin looks atrocious. The swing fail to reclaim the yearly open, and now you created supply on the monthly open. I mean, boys, what are we talking about? You've lost value from your VWAP hold from 108K. You lost your consecutive weekly POCs. I mean, Bitcoin looks terrible here. And people, yeah.
I'll take it. 20%. Hey. As long as you don't lose as much on the 80%, you're a winner trader. Casey gave us a like.
Damn, we're at 47. That's unfortunate.
It's a
Fair
Friday.
market for likes, man.
It is, bro. It really is.
We talked about high school football for the first 20 minutes, so it's all right.
Let's get the cloud loaded.
The only bull case I have locally for Bitcoin here is just that like there was clearly some fat finger thing on Coinbase this morning.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of selling that came in at that low, not on the wick, but on like the backfill retrace of the wick. We saw a lot of selling happen towards the bottom of that wick. So I just wonder if there's going to be some rebalancing higher, even if we will go lower.
Didn't a certain individual just meet with Larry Finkelstein that might have some insider information?
Could it be Brian? Could it be Bry Guy?
Mr. Baldy Boy. Mr. Baldy Boy, quick on the buttons this morning, was he? Potentially, boys. Potentially.
I'm a fan of bald CEOs.
I could still see us beat these lows potentially, but I think if you do, you need a really quick reaction.
What?
I'm right here with hair, bro.
Well, this is why I don't like CEOs with hair.
Dude,
Dude, We all need to shave our heads, boys. Let's be real. we're like holding on to the last strands that be.
Speak for you.
Some of us rock the receding hairline, man.
Dude, if this
I got
market could
mine.
just pump, then I wouldn't lose the rest of my hair.
We could all go to Turkey.
Who has the best hairline? Probably Ed. Probably Ed.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Will's already bald. Well,
Louis doesn't have a hairline.
Yeah, Bobby's got a lot of hair.
But like you can't ever see Wabi's hairline because he's just like it's such a cloud. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's all this hair. It's just you know.
Range is ranging.
Dude, BTC looks so bad, boys. Like if we lose 87, it's new lows.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, in a big way.
Tucker, do you think cloud respecters are going to win?
Cloud respecters?
Mm.
I don't know, man. Depends what are you on? Go to the daily.
Oh, it's going to be the same on every time frame.
What do you have it as?
It's the yearly VWAP and one standard deviation.
What's the VWAP actually at? What is that?
100.
Yeah, bro. Smack that first. Come on now.
This guy's been asking for copper gold for a while. We could take a look at it, I guess. I don't know what that would imply, but
I mean, there's just been such a decoupling between crypto and like every single other asset class recently. It's like really how much signal is there in like, you know, deriving, you know, signal from copper in relation to crypto. Like, I mean, that's just like my biggest caveat.
Can really derive that much signal from this, but it kind of looks like it's going to bounce.
yeah, look at that volume.
I mean, the signal from copper is that if you have copper prices increasing, it's because you have people investing in tech and buying more tech. And because of that, you have increased spending, which is better for the economy, which then is better for risk on assets. That's kind of how it goes.
Also, copper up is good for risk assets, or at least big tech.
Usually, yeah.
Interesting.
Looks like it's an inflationary pair.
I mean, it's been going down for a while. But, well, I mean, that could be just because gold's been ripping so hard, too.
Inflation peaked right here and here.
What's the copper chart itself look like?
What do you have that paired versus?
Gold.
That's what he was asking for. Oh, he said to put Bitcoin underneath that chart, but
Actually looks pretty good.
yeah.
So what happens when China invades Taiwan, boys? Let's be real. Let's cut the crap.
Nvidia's finished, man. That's what's going to happen. But it's December, so it's not exactly invade Taiwan season anymore. That's an April and October thing.
It's too cold.
You really don't have a very, at least for like an amphibious invasion, you don't have a very long period of time to be able to do that because you have monsoon season for a huge portion of the year. Tucker and I have talked about this in depth.
Yeah, we have.
Study the South China Sea.
Okay. Ooh, Alps just dropped a spearmint. I'm gonna get some of those.
Dude, Velo is the best pouches by far.
Wrong.
Your Alps are made in India, brother.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. They're fantastic.
No, Velo is the best flavors. Like, it's not even close.
Well, they've been adding new ones. They got black cherry now, 9 milligram study.
Study the sweet succulents.
Where's my black cherry?
I can't stand like cherry flavored things. Am I the only one? Like it is.
Oh,
It's one of those things that just is like
Tucker.
What?
Oh,
well, no, I pulled up the black cherry, and the black cherry specifically are caffeine pouches, not nicotine. So I don't need that. I don't need that.
this feels fairly important. What do you guys think?
Lower
Yeah.
and higher.
I mean, this chart looks not great to me, but if you bounce here, then I think it looks fine.
yeah.
It looks more than fine if you bounce from here.
Kind of
Bounce
looks
now
like
or
Google.
die.
I did that Google comparison with Bitcoin. Kind of looks like that too. Put like Google down below, or just pull it up. But like back in like in 2020, 2021.
You mean like here?
Mm.
It dropped
Look at
all the
that
way down
value.
to it and then ripped. Yeah. I'm full shoving if you get that drop.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm still long some Coinbase puts, so I would not be complaining if we did.
Yeah. Drop it and then rip it.
I definitely think crypto can continue to trade lower before a bounce, but equities, I really don't think you're getting like a big pullback on equities unless you have significant headline risk. This train runs one direction. I think the only like individual name that makes me think index downside is possible is Nvidia, to be honest.
But it's like you kind of just swap it out with like Google,
Yeah.
You just need one mega cap tech juggernaut to keep it alive.
Yeah.
And Meta.
They're playing like the the musical chairs game.
I also don't think Tesla looks that bearish here at all.
No, I closed out my shorts on it.
Me too.
Usually this is something that looks very shortable before you see equity downside, I feel like.
Mm.
I guess this was an exception.
I just need to see more indice weakness before if I want to jump back into it. It's just kind of grinding back up into the highs now.
You know why I also don't think Tesla's bearish? It's because Rivian looks incredible.
Rivian does look really good.
Meta looks strong too. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, honestly, one of the things that I've taken note of over the last few days is that things like Meta and Robinhood bounced really hard from their local lows.
Meta cut 30% of their like universe spending. So I think they're kind of like curbing their metaverse project significantly, which investors like.
Oh, it still looks top to me.
I think too, another signal for me on why I think there could be more downside in equities is like how complacent equity traders are right now.
Oh
Like
yeah, dude. That's my thing too. It's
every 5% dip, they're like, man, I just bought like, I just aped, like super far out of the money calls again. They're going to be up like 10,000% in like a year.
They're like, yeah, we're mid-cycle. I'm like, you sure about that?
We're late cycle. We're very, very late cycle, but
Yes.
I think
that's been my big thing. I think there's a lot of complacent equity investors and equity holders that are just used to dip, buy back up, fresh highs over and over and over again for the last 3 years.
You mean the last 50 years?
50 years, but yeah, from off the 2022 lows, it's been it's been a run. But yeah, for the last 50 years as well.
You know what I was thinking about last night, guys, is it would be actually very funny if the people, we punish 4-year cycle rhetoric, not in the way that most people think we're going to punish it, right? Which is people like incorrectly guess the top. I think people are going to incorrectly guess the bottom because of 4-year cycles and get absolutely, they're just going to be DCAing into like a permanent downtrend. And I kind of think what's like at this point we're in parabola for equities. So I think it's like we're probably about to see there. I don't want to say probably. There's a decent probability that we could be seeing a blow off top to the quote unquote everything bubble. You think the everything bubble is topped? Because I think the next major top for equities is the top of the everything bubble. I don't think it's going to be like a very, if we are talking about downside and prolonged bear markets being a NatSec issue, which it is, and AI is now a NatSec issue, because most of these banks are now levered long AI, effectively. You know, they hold these.
Well, not
bonds.
only that, Trump directly said to Jensen, he's like, "Call me if you need anything." I mean, come on, like that's like it's as blatant as it gets.
Yes, and the debt through these AI deals are effectively the new credit default swap. So it is a NatSec issue for the market to be in a prolonged bear market. Do you think that the way that is going to end is going to be, oh yeah, we're just going to let the bubble deflate, or it's going to be, we're going to run it so hot until we have until it has literally no choice but to go down? And I think it's going to be the latter. The West loves to print money. You think they're just going to let it deflate? You think they're going to let a NatSec issue just happen? Maybe there's I guess like if you believe 2020 was entirely coordinated, which it might have been, it probably was, but Snorlax would never kill himself. These crises are always engineered, I think, to be able to print more money. And I think that's the end goal at the end of the day. So I think they're going to go out printing more money. I don't know. It's a very speculative idea. I understand that.
Tommy,
especially after the way crypto's dumped, it looks kind of crazy to be calling for equities to potentially melt up. But
yeah, but Tommy, to your point with crypto and AI, I mean, I just had a revelation. If we never had the AI trade this year, do we think that the crypto bull market would have been like exponentials better?
Yeah.
Or of magnitudes higher? I genuinely think so. I think the AI trade actually took so much wind out of the sails of crypto, alongside like a shitty monetary regime and like just horrible extraction on chain.
Well, on a relative basis, I think AI was probably much more undervalued than crypto. And
momentum. It takes the place of crypto.
Yeah, here's the thing though, Prometheus. I think
from a valuation perspective, because there's no value coming out of crypto right now for like 99% of people, versus like AI, there's like 99% of people there is value.
I think you're going to see that shift though, specifically.
Yeah, eventually.
And I think crypto and AI have a direct relationship because so much of AI is literally artificial, right? It's fake. We're talking about like proof of existence to an extent that the blockchain can actually confirm. It's kind of in some ways the literal antithesis of the AI trade. So I think you're, for one, going to see crypto kind of catch like a secondary narrative because of that at some point. But Larry Fink mentioned this week. I don't know if you guys heard it, but he said he basically said they're going to be using crypto, or that crypto will be growing with U.S. national debt. They're telling us what they're going to be doing with these blockchains. At the end of the day, they're going to be using something like Ethereum to be able to print more and more money. And I think that is an eventual end game. I don't know the timing, right? I really don't know the timing, but I imagine, if we are running it really, really hot in equities, it will bleed over into crypto, right? We don't know what the narrative to bid crypto is right now. We especially don't know what coins are going to benefit the most from that. But on a general level, we know if the national debt goes higher, if equities are going to be potentially ripping higher, it will find its way into crypto, I think, in a positive way. So that's share.
Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of your points you made were great. I think what's really like going to be actually great for humanity is like the singularity in AI. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to like destroy and kill AI. But it's like, I mean, how fast humanity is going to be able to evolve will be glorious. And I mean, people could live like we could live like 130 years pretty easily, right? At like with like high standard of like living and health. I think it's pretty awesome.
Well, tech is exciting. It's not all just a debt orgy, right? It's exciting for what it means for humanity.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like all of the biggest developments in AI are going to be made when the market is not in a raging uptrend. Maybe that's a hot take. Everything bubble top, bear market exacerbated by real developments in AI that actually do keep people out of the workforce.
And it'll drive quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
I think that's it for today, boys.
Damn, we went long. I didn't even realize. Oh, let me perk up. Oh, good back pop. I will say, boys, back pops just feel different these days. When you can't pop your back for like 3 months and then you're able to pop your back again, it's just like cathartic. Whoa. But anyway, that's it from us, guys. We hope you enjoyed the show today. Have a great we hope you enjoy my AI outro as well. We'll be back for another episode next week. A reminder that we run these shows Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a typical start time around 11:20 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. Also, make sure to tune in for Market Talk hosted by the legendary King Wabi. That is an X Spaces through Because Bitcoin and King Wabi's account. So make sure to stay following and subscribed so you can be notified when those spaces begin. But our typical start time now for those spaces in the afternoon is a uniform 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe I'll see you guys there. Maybe I'll see you guys there later this afternoon. Wrap up your week on a good foot. But thank you guys, like I said, for tuning in. We'll be back again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Of course, stay safe. Who knows what crypto is going to do? Just a big asset class of uncertainty these days, but I think better times are ahead. So we'll see what we get. Thanks again, guys, and have a great weekend.
Tired of outdated trading tools, confused charts, dozens of tabs, endless stress? You're not alone. Introducing BB Terminal, your all-in-one command center for crypto trading. Track your portfolio, monitor the markets, stay ahead, all in one place. From chaos to clarity, from struggle to success. BB Terminal.